reservoir was having some issues with the blue-green algae, and I know the Army Corps of Engineers with Jay Young heading that study up, did a lot of testing around the perimeter of the boundaries of the reservoir itself, trying to figure out where those excess nutrients were coming from. And after all their tests that they did, they found out that it's actually coming in through the main flow of the Salamonie River. So they ended up developing a testing of water sampling, right, for the Salamonie, and it started at the State Road 9 bridge down here and went clear into Jay County, just south of Portland, at the little town of Salamonie, I think, where the actual river begins. And so we had 23 or 26 different sites that we sampled with them along.
We're at one of our small car top ramp access areas for the Salamonie River, which feeds into the Salamonie Reservoir. We're here on a tour with the local soil and water conservation districts, looking at the improvements that we believe are happening in the river and in the lake and in the watershed through the efforts of the local SWCDs, doing monitoring programs, getting out word to landowners to help with the conservation efforts to help reduce the nutrients and erosion along the river. And we feel that this is making a big impact on the final resting place, I should say, of where the water stops down at the Salamonie Dam. This is one of the most improved summers that I've saw the water quality making a big improvement. We hardly had any issues with blue-green algae. Our patrons have noticed that the water is cleaner and not as green on certain days. So we're very pleased to be a partner with the local SWCDs, and we hope to continue this and keep this program moving on.
Boxes. The program actually calls for just 9 different species and 3 per bloom season. However, diversity is key, and as you know, you take what God gives you, and so the weather or environment, climate, just may not lend itself to one species doing well. So we went with an extremely diverse mix. We wanted to make sure that we could actually have things accessible so that if someone were unable to get out of a vehicle and come in and view everything, at least they could sit in a vehicle and see. And so make sure we had that diverse mix up front for those folks as well. Not everyone will be physically able to walk back in there as well and enjoy.
Really proud of the district here in Hamilton County and the things that the staff has been able to accomplish, and with the addition of the urban food and gardening program that we've got going on now. Just so many things happening within the district, some traditional water quality, soil health things that are very exciting, and things that we're working on, as well as some non-traditional urban programs. So it's been just really fun to watch the district grow and develop in the last few years, and the great job that the staff has done. And I really feel like the staff is very deserving of this recognition.
We have now what we call a grand poobah of our gardens, and we have a number of different types of gardens, and we really needed somebody to coordinate the efforts that we were all making. And she renegotiated a contract with a new company, and it was a $5,000 gain for the church. Wow. Which is just pretty outstanding. And once you're able to tell your congregants that this is really a money saver, as well as filtering water and slowing the flow of water and creating a beautiful space, you begin to get people who are not only interested, but they become believers.
So this is where, for example, we hosted that Habitat for Humanity Start a Garden workshop, and we've had other workshops here as well. Put Your Garden to Bed workshop. We have done cover crop trial plots here, and hope to do more of that in the future, as well as handing out cover crop seed to these gardeners. The rain garden that we'll look at was put in via cost share. Their most recent project from an Eagle Scout was a self-led garden tour. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take his tours.
Back in June 2015, as a board, thinking about our strategic plan and kind of the customers we have served and where we've kind of maybe can serve better or serve more folks. The Indiana Pollinator Protection Plan was a part of that thinking about, are we, is there a opportunity to serve some folks in that area? And so we talked about, right around June timeframe in our board meeting there, got to talking about pollinators. A lot of questions there about why should we care about pollinators?
But when you really put the education behind it and the value behind it, it's amazing what the project can be. Did you find that while the board's got many things that they're doing, when you've got one project that you focus on and something to strive for, is that something that kind of rejuvenates boards that you think others could learn from yours? Not that you need to be rejuvenated, but you know, it just seems like sometimes for a board to really do some great things, sometimes it's good just to focus on one project, and then to think it could be so small, but learning what a board can do to bring in the community and volunteers, it can just grow to be a huge project. And I'm just wondering if board district could recognize, and instead of trying to do 10 things on your business plan, you could just pick that one.
It's just unreal. Wouldn't you? I mean, just tons of birds. Yellow finches and stuff. Just all the time. Of course, it's got such a seed source that it's just a paradise. It's its own little ecosystem. And that's what we're trying to get with the farmers, to get this thick type of base. And we're also working with some of them, like Jenny was saying, we're working with some to start developing burn plans, and we're working with a lot of the fire departments. And so some of it's new for us.